A very good morning to you in this lovely Tuesday morning. We have got sunshine here, and I've been reading at all the comments that you've been putting up, and I see that you got sunshine where you are as well. I love this little weather update we have here in the mornings. How's everybody? Are you having a good week? I'm so excited because we finally finished it and it's here, and we are launching our USB number 4 in the series. I'm oh, let's just turn the sound off on my laptop. How's everybody? Oh, rain here in Glasgow. Janet is staying. Oh, sunny. Yeah. So so we had 3 shows on Create and Craft already. It's been I was up in the studios on Wednesday, and on Saturday and Sunday I zoomed in. So I was in there but I wasn't. So I was through the power of Zoom, I was able to do the show from home, doing all the demos, showing everybody everything, and the producer, presenter, and everybody else was at the studios in Peterborough. How great is that? Oh, Angela is saying a bit misty, but bright in Scotland. No sunshine in Tiptree. Oh well, maybe it's going your way soon because we are on the coast, east coast, and it's nice and sunny here at the moment. Although I can see quite a few clouds, so it might be overclouding later on, but at the moment I think we are fine. Right, so USB number 4. Now I got all the samples lined up because I really want to show you and go through all the samples. I'm going to show you on the computer, and I'm going to show you where you can get it. It's on our website now, so it's available to purchase. You can purchase it on its own, or you can purchase it in a bundle where you get all 20 kits. You get 20 kits to go with it to make every single project on there. Right, very quickly, let's have a look at it on the computer so we can just sharing my screen. Down we go here. That's it. So on our website, I'm just going to go to the home page, Untitled Beads. We got this lovely button on the right hand side, or you can go into categories and find Facebook tutorials. Today one is called USB 4. I love it. So there's only a couple of options here for you. You can buy the USB on its own, or you can buy it with the bundle itself. Judy's saying, ordered USB yesterday but put wrong address. Simon was real quick changing it for me. Well impressed. Oh, bless you. Like, he's really good. So if you phone in, he will sort anything out what you need, or in fact any of the girls or any of the boys, because Blake and Adam answer the phones as well. So you can buy it together. Now, if you buy the USB on its own, you get the USB with the multi-use tool. I will show you just in a minute. You can use it in all sorts of devices, 20 projects on there with 20 videos, PDFs, pictures, the whole shebang. Now, if you want to go for the big bundle, because you get 20, they are, I had just one here, project 4, they all stick it up with the projects, what they are meant to be, and what they're meant to go with, and you can make every single one of them from beginning to end, learning all the techniques and learning all the different things. Right, let me come back to my screen, and I'm going to go straight down to my mat, and I'm going to show you all the lovely samples. So the USB on its own first. So as you've seen it, or if you haven't seen it, this got 3 different attachments on it, and then we got like a little converter here for USB-C. So what is a USB device? Now, most of you know what's a USB device. It's usually, this one is 32 gigabytes, so it's quite large. You plug it into your computer, and then you can have files, you can have videos, you can have any data on there. Now, this is the normal USB connector for PCs, computers. If you flip this one up, then you got your micro USB connector, which is Android phones, tablets, and my Christopher, he's got a phone and he's got one of those connectors. On the other side, you got your iPhone if you're lightning adapter connector. So if it looks like that, what you charge your phone with, then it's gonna work with it. Now you get this little converter as well, because there is another different connection which is called USB-C. If I pop that on there, then it goes into other laptops or other tablets or other phones which has got this USB-C connector on there. Why can't manufacturer just make like just one connector and that's it? I don't know. It would make life so much easier, but when we found this sort of purpose multi sort of connector USB, I was really happy with it, because it's like, you know, when you say one bracelet size fits all, but this is really fits everybody, because we got all sorts of different devices in our homes and we can use with it. Now with the USB, you can even use it on your TV, and we will be there. You can watch the videos and watch everything, all the lovely, you can bring up all the PDFs, you can look at the pictures even on your TV if it's got a USB connector. Right, I'm very quickly just gonna bring up and show it to you what is inside it. Just this sort of you can have, and then we're gonna see all the lovely samples. So I'm gonna go back into screen sharing mode, and I'm just gonna, right, okay, this is, go back to this scene, and now we go there. That's it, that looks perfect. So when you open it up, when you first plug it into your phone or you plug it into your iPad or tablet, it's going to ask you to download a program called Vidisk, which is completely free to download, and you will be able to use it. Now on a PC or a phone, you can see the same exact structure what we put on there. We just used folders because I think everybody understands folders, so we didn't want a really sort of flashy intro where you can click on all sorts of different things. We wanted to keep it very nice and simple. Intro and basic videos, just little tips and hints how to make certain things. I'm gonna go right into projects. There is your 20 projects. So you got Ginkgo Beads, you got Superduo, you got Mini Duo, you got nib beads, you got gem duos, you got tile beads, you got Samos Arcos beads, and you got Crescent Beads featured on here. So I'm just going to pop into number 1, and you see that you have got your PDF there. This one is 3 pages. You got your video and all your inspirational pictures, because I always say sometimes you don't like what you don't like a certain necklace or a certain bracelet, not because you don't like the stitch or you don't like the beads, because you don't like the color of the necklace. So if you showed me something in, like, you know, brown or green color, which I'm not naturally warmed towards, I was like, yeah, that looks nice, that looks interesting, but how about this blue one over here, because I really like the color of that one. So we really wanted to give you loads of different inspiration by showing you all the different pictures on there. So I'm just going to bring one up real quick. So this one is like this one is navy, and it's got like this really nice red tiles. Now actually, let's bring up another one. Like with this one, you can see them closer up. This is a turquoise. So by looking at different colors can really make you like or dislike a project, I guess. So that's that. Each one of those has got and I'm just going to start this video in there. So there is no Wi-Fi needed. I am there with you right from the beginning to the end, making a particular project. This is a tire necklace. I'm just going to sort of really fast forward in so you can see we're starting right at the beginning. And when we go into the video, I show you how to do the stitch, and then we fast forward the video until we get to the certain point that I need to talk to you again and show you more of the steps. And all the way along, you have all the information on there, even showing how to add the clasp and all that. Right, so that's how easy it is. You can just go in and out, and Does it work on a Huawei P20 Lite phone? So what connection do you have? That one has got a micro USB, has it? Then would you be able to just check that for me? Huawei P20.
Huawei P20 phone.
Lite phone, yeah. We haven't really found the device, but it doesn't work yet. Does it fit Samsung S9 Plus? A smart connector. Can you have a look what connector uses that as well, Leanne? Samsung S9 Plus.
I'm just checking Huawei P20 phone smart connector.
Leanne, just gonna check that out for you. Then I'm gonna I can let you know, because we got all sorts of different devices, so we can't. I'm gonna go back to full screen actually. So you do sort of get it. You got 20 projects. Each one of those got PDFs, pictures, and has your video in there. So there is 20 videos on there. Right, let's go back to the main picture, and I'm gonna go down and start showing you the samples, and then I can answer any of the questions you have. So if you just joined us, what we are looking today is, oh, wrong button. What we are looking today is this USB. This is all about Geo Beads. There is 20 projects on there with 20 videos and 20 PDFs for you to work from and learn all sorts of bracelets. We've got pendants, we've got necklaces, but I'm going to show you all the samples. It has got 3 different connectors. So you got USB, micro USB, you got your iPhone, and then this is USB-C, which goes on the micro, and then it goes into that device if it's got that end. Right, let's have a look at the samples, and I can keep an eye on the comments as well. If anybody's got any question, do let me know so I can answer you while I'm here. We haven't found a device what it doesn't work with. I know one of our friends' daughter, they had a Hawaii phone. I don't know which one was it, but it worked with that one definitely. So Leanne, just checking.
Yeah, just having a look. It says here when I bring it up, it says connected type USB-C.
USB-C. So then you
devices is the Huawei P20.
Right, so USB-C, then that is the connector what you're going to use on it. So you're going to take your USB, you're going to open up your port. It's just like James Bond, isn't it? And then you're going to add this connector on there, and that's how it goes into your phone, and then it's going to work with your phone. And then can you check that what fitting the Samsung S9 Plus? I got a feeling the Samsung has either a micro USB or the USB-C, either one of these, but it will go in there and fit in there.
Samsung S9 Plus.
Yeah.
Let's have a look.
Yes, the connector, the new iPads like that as well. They've gone away from this connector, although on my iPad I still got this one, but some of them has got USB-C as well now. Right, let's have a look at the samples while we're waiting for Leanne to find that ad for us. Right, project number 1 is the lovely Ginkgo bracelets. I love these ones because they create such a lovely pattern. And with this ones as well, I myself made up all the samples, and you know, when I enjoy a project when I make all the samples up. I have got a navy blue upstairs which I wear all the time. Leanne is saying yes. Is it USB-C?
Yeah, it says on there that the newer Galaxies have the USB-C.
Yes.
It says a fairly recent connector standard, but it's available on Galaxy from the S8 upwards.
S8 upwards, you got your USB-C, which is that one. So you're going to have to add this little connector on there, and then it will be working. So that's project number 1. So you're going to be learning how to make these lovely bracelets. And what I love about the USB, and we had, because this is number 4 now, all sorts of different colors. Let me just show you. This is number 4 now, and I always keep saying that you can use it in so many different ways, because you can use it as your little catalog as well. So if you make jewelry to sell, and especially now you can't really sort of go out, you can send pictures to people that would you like me, I can make you, like, let's just pop back to the bracelet. I can make you this bracelet in so many different colors. Which one would you like? to make, and you can take orders even before you've done anything, because all the pictures are on the USB, so use it. And once they tell you, well, I would like a blue one and I would like a silver one, and somebody else says like I would like a silver one as well, then you can go ahead and buy your materials in. So you buy exactly in what you need to make. And I'm sure it's probably going to take you a week, but people are quite happy to wait for handmade items, and especially with Christmas coming up, do use it that way as well, that you can show your customers or friends or family all the pictures on there and say, well, I can make this, I can make any of this, which color would you like me to make? Right, then we're gonna go into Gingko necklace. I love this one. It's a little bit of a collar type necklace, and I have to thank the lovely Brenda because she helped me to make up some of the samples. Otherwise I couldn't have done all the samples for this USB 4, because it would have taken me just to make up the samples, I guess, like at least 2 months worth of work. I love this one because it creates, and probably this is my favorite color, which is like an off silver, like an antique silver color. You create again a really lovely pattern. You can wear it together with your bracelet if you like. Here you're using the Ginkgos. In the bracelet we had the Ginko. You had the Ginko and you had Cabochons and crystals. In this one you haven't got the Cabochons, you got 3mm pearls, crystals and the Ginko. A very nice sort of a lacy pattern, very elegant. You can make it to your own size as well, and you can cheat, because if you make it for other people you don't have to do the pattern all the way around. You could just do like a front piece. Maybe I would do probably about 15 to 17 centimeter front piece, and then you can extend the necklace just with a strand of crystals or pearls or a mixture of things, so it's even quicker to make. And it's saying, thank you Kitty, I have mine on order from Create and Craft as my second birthday present, and now I have just proceeded my new kitten to let to do the projects. Ah, right, project number 3. I love this one. Now this is again, this was supposed to be something different, which I already worked at, and it was on the USB. And you know that we were supposed to release this USB back in April, but with what happened this year and how this year gone sort of from lengths to lengths, we all had to change and adapt and do all sorts of different bits of pieces. So all sort of work on the USB had to come to a halt when I had to homeschool my children. Lucy was alright. Christopher was like every 5 minutes, Mummy, how do I do this? Mummy, what do I do with that? Mummy, what's happening? You know, what's next, Mummy? And it was really hard. So what I had for project number 3 was something different, and when I started to work on it again in September, I was like, no, that was 6 months ago, I don't like that now. I want to do, I've got different ideas now, and I worked this one out. I love, because you're going to be creating this little chain effect. I mean, I used quite a few colors on here, but let's have a look at the brown one. You're creating this chain effect between the bar beads. Is something so different that let me just bring it up. Can you see how the beads are interlocking there with each other? So this is project number 3. I love working with 2-hole beads, and I really loved this one as well. You can make it, there's 2 different versions, so you got the vertical and you got the horizontal version in there as well. Now you can make these loops bigger or smaller, depending on what you like. On the brown ones I think I made them smaller, so it just gives you sort of a little bit of a different look. But even though, like, you know, I give you the designs and give you versions, you can put your own spin on there. I just love it, that how those beads are sort of turning around each other like a chain. Love the top one. Is that the exact one in the bundles? I'm not sure what I think the bundle color is blue, but what we did with the bundle this time, because when we first ever did the bundles, we made every single one of them in the same color, so everybody had exactly the same. And then the feedback was that when if you got the bundle and your friend got the bundle, you ended up with the same colors. So what we decided to do from I think it was number 3 from USB number 3 is to do put color variations in there. So it's sort of like randomly picked out of the box as they're picking the bundles as they go along. But you know, some people will have a blue one, some people will have a green one, some people will have a pink one as we go along. So we don't got no, because we can't, to make one bundle, it takes somebody in a warehouse about 5-6 hours of work. So we can't cherry pick certain colors for certain people. So that's what we did, that we're going to vary the colors, and then it will be the luck of the draw who's getting what, I guess. But you're all going to get a nice color combination, so don't worry. Right, moving on. Project number 4. Now I love this one. This I changed this one as well. So project number 4 was something different on the USB. When back in March. So this is a new edition again. I love designing this one. I'm just going to pop this on because I want to really show you the colors with this one. Bricks are so underused, really underused, and I don't know. It's like certain beads, like Superduos, like even if you just type Superduos into your browser, you're gonna get so many different pictures and everything else coming up, or the same for gem duos or some of the other ones. But bricks, you don't really get many patterns on there and many things to do with. And I love the shape of them because they are really simple shape. They're just the shape of a brick, but they are I think they are perfect, because sometimes the simpler is the better, and sometimes less is more. And all I added to it, to the bricks, with just some seed beads and some crystal beads to give a little bit of a sparkle. And I love this chevron pattern what it created. So going back to chevron patterns is a funny story, because when I was at college, and this is like going back like donkeys and donkeys and donkeys years. This is, oh God, it shows you how old I am. So going back to when I was at college, and in mathematics we all had the grid paper, and all we used to do, and all I used to do around the edge of my workbook, on every single page, I used to do this chevron pattern all the way along. So I guess I got some sort of obsession with the chevron pattern. Look at that color, that's so nice. It's sort of got a hint of pink in it, but it's more like a mink color as well. Now some of these colorways later on will be sort of available on the website as well, so do look at it for it in the future. But they are on the USB now, the technique, and depending on what you do. So here I matched the colors perfectly, so they really nicely sort of complementing each other. And here I went sort of opposite, and you can see the crystals and the seed beads and the pattern from the brick. It's really visible. Again, these are very similar colors. They looks nice and sort of insipid, I guess the words, or I'm not really sure what the word I'm looking for. It's all matching all the way down. I do really love it. I love this one. I made a bracelet for myself as well in silver, because I do like, I like all of them. Right, number 5. So moving on from bricks, we're moving into Superduo territory. I have to thank the lovely Linda to help me to make some of these samples. I love these ones because you're creating lovely little flower patterns. You're going to create the little flowers separately, and you're going to add them together. So again, this is project number 5. Video, PDF, pictures are on the USB, and you're going to add them together. You're even going to create a lovely little button clasp with your Superduos. So there is no metals involved. It's all just the beads themselves. I do love when you can make your own clasp out of the beads, and I was actually looking into some of the designs, and had a little, I've got so many projects on the go, that to make some toggle cloth excuse me, out of seed beads. I just need a sip of my coffee. How many makes per project, Miss Lorna is asking. So it depends. which project is it. So project number 1, because you know very well that these duo beads, they all manufacturers in the Czech Republic, and they are not cheap. So project number 1 will make you 1, project number 2 make you 1, project number 3 is gonna make you 2, 4 is gonna make you 1, this one is gonna make you 1, 6 is gonna make you 3, 7 is gonna make you 5, 8 is going to make you 1, I think, or 2, maybe 2 bracelets, 9 is making you 2, so up to 5, most of them. I actually haven't counted up how can you make in total, but I think it's probably about 35 different pieces you can make from the bundle. Right, so the flower ones, this is number 5. I love these ones. Again, what I love about this project is that we are not using seed beads at all. So we are quite used to, when we're doing stitching projects, to use seed beads. And because they are, you know, inexpensive in terms of how many pieces do you get in a bag, and they are fit together. If you use the Toho ones or a bit better quality ones, and the Japanese ones, they are really even as well. But in this bracelet I haven't used any seed beads, so what I use is crystals, pearls, and the Superduo. So you can do Paula is saying, could you do this one as a Facebook demo, please? This one is for the USB, I'm afraid. That's on for there. The flower one is lovely for summer. And actually, when I was putting this together, I put it together as a bracelet. But when I was making up and doing the instructions, I think this could make a lovely necklace as well. Because instead of connecting them up straight on, we could connect them up in a curve as well, and that would make a perfect front piece. So keep an eye out, because I think I will be playing around with that one later. Project number 6, and you've seen these ones before, is the henna bracelet Superduos. Again, making this really lovely herringbone pattern. I love herringbone and chevron patterns because I think just so pretty. You can make them in single color, or you can make them in multiple colors. This one in the project bundle, it makes three bracelets you can make from it, but again, a very nice and easy stitch. Project number 7. Right, now this one is snowflakes and stars with your Superduos. So we're staying with the Superduos for a few projects because Superduos are quite widely available everywhere, so that's why I wanted to add quite a few projects on there, doing sort of different bits of pieces. And I love these ones. So Christmas is coming up, you could make decorations. I intended these as pendants, and this one has got the loop on the top, this one has got the loop on the back. So when you wear this one with your chain, let me just stick this chain in it. When you wear this one with your chain, it doesn't have to be your beaded chain, it can be your own chain. When you wear it with it, it will just sit on the necklace just like that. I do really love it. I love to do sort of some festive makes, and oh, Lucy's saying, wow, I'm loving every single project, can't wait for my bundle. But my hubby said I can't have it till Christmas Day. Oh, that's not fair, Lucy. Just tell him, like, you know, can I just have one? It's like, you pick, love, just give me one project from it so I can do it. And then maybe a couple of days later you go back and have another project for it. Right, so not long you get the pattern for the snowflake. I added a pattern for a star as well, because obviously going into Christmas, this one is more sort of earrings. You can make it all different colors. I used 3 different colors and crystals and seed beads in there, so as on the snowflake. Yeah, so that's project number 7. Then moving on, project number 8. Now from Superduos, we're gonna go into mini duos. Mini duos is exactly the same as Superduos, but they are just smaller. So mini duos are 3x5, am I right? And Superduos are 4x6. Leanne, can you correct me? Even I get confused with all these different sizes in millimeters. He was talking about wrapping each project so it looks like have loads. Oh bless. You know what? That is exactly what my husband would do as well. That he would, like, if he would get me something like that and wrap it you know, in different bits. Oh bless. It's just so like men, isn't it? But never mind.
2.5 by 5mm for super duos.
But super duos are 2.5 by 5mm and mini duos are 2 by 4. Then they are slightly smaller.
Mini duos 2 by 4.
Mini duos are 2 by 4. Yeah, that's it. So mini duos, these ones are 2 by 4mm. Super duos, like what we've seen in the star, is 2.5 by 5mm. But saying that about presents, Lucy, I do that with the kids as well. So when I buy something for them, I do like wrap it up separately in their stocking, so they got loads and loads to open, I guess. Right, mini duo, spiral staircase, a couple of different variations to this one. You can have the beads together, like they're sitting on top of each other, or you can have them separated. It gives you a slightly different, it's the same technique, so you're going to be doing the same thing. This one is slightly a little bit thicker, this one is a thinner, just really sort of spiraling, and I do really love it. I have to thank the lovely Jean to help me to make up some of these samples as well. I really do love these ones. You can make it as bracelets, you can make it as necklace, and we added a magnetic clasp right onto the end of it. I think it's very elegant. It's because you're adding that mini duo in there, so not long you are creating a loops which is spiraling around, but you're binding them together with the mini duos, and it just creates this really lovely pattern going around. So I love a spiral staircase, I really do love it, but doing it with the mini duos, I really enjoyed it, because not long, let me just show you this sort of lighter color so you can see a bit, not along you're doing your loops, but you are binding them together as well. I really do love it. Right, and moving on, right, so staying with mini duos. Oh, for Christmas I could be wrapped up later, or layer like past parcel with on the USB at, or layer a box of chocolates right in the middle. Oh, maybe. Or Lucy, what you could do, you could ask him like, can I have the USB and project number 1, and once you made project number 1 you can give it back to him so he can wrap it up. And how about that? And then you can open the bracelet what you made. Oh no, I'm wicked, aren't I? Right, project number 8. Moving on to project number 9. Project number 9 is mini duos with the Rivolies itself. Won't be much cooking done. Oh bless. Carrie's saying keep dropping hints. Dorothy's saying I'm not seeing all the comments today. Where are you watching from, lovely? Are you watching on Untitled Beads, or are you watching on mine? Depending on where you are, you're only going to see the comments on that page. And what is 12 Days of Christmas? Helen's asking. So 12 Days of Christmas is going to be coming soon. I think it's launching in probably the next couple of weeks. We wanted to do something right after Christmas. So all this big build up, especially in my house, every single year to Christmas, like all this running around and cooking and doing everything, and Christmas Day comes, the kids open their presents, I put the dinner on, and then we have dinner, and then after dinner you sit down, and I feel like, well, now what are we going to do now? What's going to happen? Because I had to do all these things, running around for everything, wrapping up the presents, decorating the house, making up new decorations, etc, etc, and then all of a sudden I have got nothing to do. So what we come up with, that we're going to do 12 Days of Christmas, which is going to start on Christmas Day. So every day they're going to be little videos I've released on Facebook, and we're going to do a little bundle, so every single day you can sit down and make something with us, going all the way 12 days from Christmas Day all the way up to the 5th of January. Kitty, why have the comments stopped? I'm watching on Facebook. There is nothing, I'm not really sure, lovely. Facebook have been having problems lately. I know Sarah had problems yesterday as well, so Never know, try to refresh the page. That might work. Right, back to project number 9. Mini jewels with rivolis. You just, very easy beginner's technique. You're just gonna learn how to capture the rivoli in that mini jewel. Let me just show you another color. I love the silver and the gold color especially because it looks like more like a store-bought item rather than something what you made. The rivolis are 18mm, and you're gonna make this housing around them with the mini jewels themselves. This doesn't work with super jewels because they would be too big, so the mini jewels are perfect, and there's all sorts of different color in there. I love the green, this sort of turquoisey green as well. And just wear with the pair of chain. Right, I'm gonna pop this in, go back in the box, and moving on to project number 10. You might have seen these ones before. These are the nib beads with the cabochons. I love these ones. Now these ones, I'm just going to pop a few on here so you can see it. These ones are elastic, so it's really easy to take off and to put it on. They do 4 rows of elastic, and we have done a few versions of these ones because for me, when I'm rushing around and trying to get ready in the morning, I just really want to put something very quickly on there. Kimberly's saying 6th of January. Shirley's saying hi, I'm from Florida. Good morning, Shirley. Or actually, it must be really, really early where you are. Right, I'm just going to do a few more colors. Very easy make. You're going to be using a big eye needle, and you're going to be using the flossy flat elastic to create your bracelet. But something like this is perfect because there's no beginning and no end to it. I love it, and I can very quickly put it on, and I very quickly take it off, and very, very comfortable to wear as well. Right, so moving on from the bracelet, I wanted to design something. I wanted to design a necklace which is similar to the bracelets. Again, you can wear it together or you can wear it separately, but I wanted to put a bit more of a modern twist on it. So what I come up with is a necklace where we have a stitched front. So what we making with the nib beads and the cabochons here are going to be stitched together with needle and thread, and then I added a chain, a nice and chunky chain going to the back of it, so giving you a different look, but it is still similar to your bracelets, so it will go with your bracelets because you're using the same beads. Instead of the instead of the cabochons on the bracelet, you're using the cabochons, which are smaller. You're going to be using the candy beads, which are very similar in shape. These ones sort of more look like Smarties, I guess, a bit flatter and much bigger than your cabochons. Right, so, and there's another color here, the blue one. Probably the blue one is my favorite because I added a hint of purple in here, and I just really love it. It's something a little bit different. Look, sort of a little bit of a, I don't know, just combining techniques and combining different materials. I just really love doing. Right, next one, number 12, and this I got quite a lot. I have to thank the lovely Jean to do these samples for me. Again, so we're going back to stars and diamonds, and I know Sarah done a demo on the diamonds. My pattern is different from hers, so this sort of shows you that even though we design things very similar, with very similar looks, but it will look, the pattern how I did it and how I went through the beads is completely different from how she did it. We all got our own interpretations of things what we see around us. So in this one, in project number 12, you're gonna get the star. I just love this one. Again, you can use it as a pendant, you can make it as a decoration if you like for your Christmas or any of the holidays, what you would want to make it for, or just make it as a decoration. I just love the shape of it. I love how those gem duo beads sit together perfectly. You can make it in one color, so this particular one is just using one color, and this one is using two colors, so you got so many different variations on there. And then there is a couple of different sizes on there. There is a grid paper as well, so you can draw out to make all sorts of different colors, but make sort of diamond earrings to go with it, to go with your pendant. So when you put it on, they are very similar, but they are different in their own right. But I do love it. There is loads in the look. I just got so much. I just love it. Look at the monochrome one. How cool is that? Or even this goldy bronzy color as well. They're all beautiful. I love doing this one as well. Quite quick make. Probably taking about 15 minutes to make one of those stars, and just put a loop on the top and you can have it as a pendant. I really did love this one. Right, going on to project 13. So another project I was playing with the gem duo. So you got your stars and diamonds, and I wanted to do a necklace with the gem duos. So I wanted to do something with again, it's a little bit like collar style, like number 2, but in own rights it's different, because that one was more lacy like and this one is more ribbon like. And there's a couple of techniques you're going to bond together here. You're going to have a modified right angle weave and a little bit sort of netting with the gem duos themselves. I really do love it. I have to thank the lovely Brenda making some of the samples. And you made so many different colors, so you got all the options on the USB itself. Look at that, where the colors, some of them where I picked the colors, I picked them so they're exactly the same, and some places I picked the colors that they are sort of stand out from each other. Keeps happening here too, especially if your kids are at primary. They say schools are safe. Well, I just see that you're having like a lovely conversation. What's the difference between gem duo and Superduo? Melissa's asking. Look at this blue one. I love this color as well. Let me just grab it out. So I've just seen that one. Let's pick up a similar color one. Right, so Superduos, they're different shapes. So when you look at them from the top, they a little bit like a diamond shape as well. Bring it right close, but they're much thinner and they're much smaller and they're rounder. When you look at the gem duos, they're more like a diamond shape, so they got more sort of sharp, not sharp, but the glass itself is not sharp, but the edges look much sharper than on the Superduos. And then in size, the gem duos are much bigger than the Superduos themselves. So it's like, I guess it's uniformity in both, but actually I have got a couple here, and let me just pick it up with a needle, and then I can show you that when they are not in a pattern. So the purple one is the gem duo and the silver one is the Superduo. So if I bring it right up, so as you can see, they got slightly different shapes to them. It's manufactured by different places as well, and you can see the gem duo is much thicker than the Superduo. It's got more sort of a dome to it, so gem duo's got a front, and then the back of it is flat, so it's got a front and a back. The Superduo is same both sides, but it's really the size of what is the difference between them. If you look at on the gem duo, you got a lovely point on each 4 sides. On the Superduo is more sort of rounded edges. Can't wait to get mine. Ordered it the other day from CNC. Exciting times. Don't the gem doors have right and wrong side? Yes, the gem doors have a front and a back to them. Right, so that's project number 13. I just love it. Look at this color. This is one of my favorite again. Whenever I look at the color, that's my favorite. It's sort of a bronze, a very dark bronze, very dark brown, almost black crystal, and with that rose gold seed beads and like a coppery color gem duo itself. I really do love it. Right, moving on to the next one. So moving on from the gem duos, we're moving into tile bead territory. I love tile beads. One of my favorite beads, because most of these beads, because they're nice and flat, whatever bracelet you're making with them, it's really comfortable to wear, because as we are crafting quite a lot, our hands are down on the table quite a bit. And if you're wearing something big and round and chunky, it constantly digs into your wrist. And bracelets like this one, or this one, or any of them with the two-hole shapes, are really nice and thin. And what I mean about thin, that they're like, you know, they're quite a wide design, but when you look at them sideways, they only about 3 millimeter to them, I would say. So, and really comfortable to wear. I love these ones as well. I really do love it. Now this one comes with a toggle clasp. Just popping them on there. What color shall we like? Let's like that one. I like them all. And then the bronze. And this steel. There's so many different ones you could do variations. Now this one again, you got your tile beads. You also have Superduos on there as well, and size 11 and size 15 seed beads to complete your pattern. You're going to be beading backwards and forwards, going up. I really do love it. I don't know, something about tile beads, because they're nice and square, just really. And because you're using really good quality materials here, like the seed beads are really good quality, the Superduos are like good quality, the tiles are good quality, you get a very even pattern. And I think that's what it's about it, that because you're looking at something very even and very pretty. Right, so moving on from the bracelets. Sam saying she made this bracelet and it looks gorgeous. Right, then moving on to the tile necklace, which is featuring St. Petersburg stitch, but because you're using it with the tile beads, it's really binding your stitch together very nicely and easily. So something which might look a little bit scary, it's very easy to do with the tile beads. Very easy pattern. This is the one we looked at the picture earlier on the USB itself. Look at that, how lovely is that? Using 3 millimeter pearls and 4 millimeter crystals. You're just going to keep going backwards and forwards on your pattern, creating this lovely effect at the front. Now what I love about this, that you don't need to do the necklace, you don't need to add the tile beads all the way to the top. You just need to make a front piece to your necklace, and then you can speed up your beading, because you're going to be like just stringing some beads going towards the back of it. Because especially if you got long hairs like me, if I put this on, look, you can't, I don't know actually if this is the right size for me, but you won't be able to see, you're mainly only going to see what's at the front, you're not going to see what's on the back. So saving on materials as well, I guess, it's really great. And I'm just going to very quickly going to turn the camera back on me. So, oh, it's twisted. So the main part at the front, see, that's what visible. The part at the back where we just added the beads is not that visible at all. Right, so there is, look, there's so many different colors, and I have made most of these necklaces, and you do know I love I love something when I make them all. They're quite, I suppose, about half an hour and to make sort of a maybe 40 minutes to make a necklace. Right, so moving on from that, project 16 is the lovely Amos Beads from Parpuka, and you're going to be creating a pendant there. Now I have this is actually one of many of you know that we launched the Bead Club last week, and this is going to be what we're doing in the Bead Club this week, showing you how to make it. This is project number 16 on the USB. When I designed this is so funny, and I always say this, and I actually going to dig that out for the Bead Club. So if you're in a Bead Club, I can show you. When I was designing this, at one point, this pattern looked like a pine cone, and I'm not joking, it did really look like the pine cone, because what I wanted to do is something flat at the back, which is what is in contact with your skin, and raised at the front, but not raised in a sense that the beads, sort of the rows are raised, but I don't know if you can get it. I think the camera picks it up. So the Amos beads themselves in an angle sitting in there, and it looks more like a 3D. And then there's a couple of different colors, a few different colors in here. I really do love Amos beads. Amos beads are little teardrops, and they have 2 holes in them, made by designed by Parpuka, but manufactured in the Czech Republic. Right, number 17. It is working with Samos beads, and I love these because they're very similar. They like the Cabochons, what we had in some of the other projects, but they are more of an oval shape bead. So this is a very easy bracelet to make, more like, I guess, a beginner's project. So some of these projects are much easier than others on the USB, and that's what we really wanted to do. So you can start somewhere and make something a bit more simpler, and then work yourself up and make something which is a little bit more intricate, work your way through it. Right, so that's project 17, project 18, and I love this one. I love the colors. Now I don't know, I go through phases, like sort of designing. I went through phases when I was doing lariats all the time, and you know, then I went through a phase when I was doing certain bits of this all the time, but at the moment I'm quite hooked on this sort of round type necklaces, and I really love making this one because the way how you make this one, that you're gonna go sort of very easy beginner's project. You're gonna be going backwards and forwards on yourself, but you can stop at any time, so you can add as much detail to your necklace as much as you want, or you can, you know, do less. So I really love this one because you can go and just add, you know, you don't have to add the crystals if you want. You can add the crystals, or you with the seed beads, but once you get the USB and you look at the pattern, it will make sense what I'm saying, how you build your necklace up. Beginner's projects are really easy. I really do love the pattern, what is it created. And Lucy said, oh, you made a pineapple necklace, and I'm thinking, what on earth are you talking about? There is no pineapples here. And then when she was looking at this one, and she said, oh, well, it's a pineapple because if you turn it upside down, it kind of looks like a pineapple. Oh, well. How people see things is completely different. There's another color as well. There's the blue one. I really do love this one. Depending on what colors you pick out when you're making them, you could be, you know, blending it in more like I blended it in the turquoise one, or with the blue one, using different colors. You could the dark and the light next to each other really stands out. Now number 19 is one of my favorites. Now with this one, what I love about this, Shirley's asking, I just signed up for Bead Club, how soon will I get my supply list, please? Shirley, I'll make sure that that is sent to you today. Molly, would you be able to send the supply list and the email to Shirley? I think she only signed up a couple of days ago. Can you have a look for the last few days and just double send everything? Cool. Molly's on it. She's going to sort it out for you, lovely. All the links for the classes are going to come to you on Thursday. So they didn't want to, the first one we sent it out on Monday, but as people's emails are coming in and out by Thursday, sort of as your inbox filling up by Thursday, the email is right down at the bottom. So what we decided that we're going to be sending out the Zoom links on Thursday for you, and it's also going to be in your private group as well for the Bead Club. Right, so this one is something different because I wanted to do a leather wrap bracelet, but I wanted to use my 2-hole beads. And what's great about this one, so if you look at, let's have a look at this one. There's only 2 cabochons, there is 1 tile bead, there is 4 brick beads, a few Superduos, a couple of crystals and some seed beads on there. So what I do more often is when I work with a project or when I make something and I have a few beads left over just like this, I will pop them into little color pots and just make a little bit of a bead soup so I can use it up later on. So as you go along making all your lovely projects and making all your lovely pieces of jewellery, and perhaps you only got 2 or 3 cabochons left of a colour, just pop it in a pot, and then next time when you have 2 or 3 Superduos left of a colour pot and it's the same colour, pop it in the same pot or same bag, and once you can just sort of make so many lovely things with it. I wanted to say wire wrapped, but there's no wire used. It's you're wrapping your beads around your leather cord with thread, and I quite like to fill up the sides with the thread as much as I can. Now you can use the same color thread as your leather cord, so it sort of more disappears. I like to make it as a design feature, so I always like to use either a lighter one or a darker one to be able to see that lovely wraps on them. Bead soup bracelet, yes, that's what it is exactly, Helen. Yes please, we must find each other. I presume Diane is I love that you could all talk to each other. Right, number 20, the last one on there is last but not least, because this one again is one of my favorites, is the lovely check crescent erudite beads, what we put on there. Now the crescent beads are these half moon shaped beads. There's a couple of different variations you can do with this, and then using size 8 and size 11 seed beads you can make little spacers. I really do love this one, and I love the concept of beaded beads. And don't remember that the bracelet where you seen that was number 19, lovely. Just show you a different color, because you can just make a few up and then you can all put it together, wear it together. You can make them in different colors, so you can wear it in a rainbow color. You can add them onto chain or you add them on a herringbone necklace. There's loads of different ways to wear them, but I love beaded beads. You can always put them together with some other larger whole beads. You can use them in so many different designs, but when you just have a few crescents left over, you can always make one of these very easy beginners project as well. So Molly's just put a comment on there. So this week for the bead club is fleur pendant, which is, where is it gone? It's here. So this week in the bead club, that's what we're doing. And in 2 weeks is the Chanel stitch, which I got here, and in between you will have Sarah tomorrow for the bead, not tomorrow, next week for the bead club doing the poinsettias. So that's something completely different. That's for the bead club. But let me just pop this on the side, then I can show you as well. Actually I can show you and bring you up the bead club website as well. Sandy Vincent saying would like to get the supply list a month before. Right, okay, so that is the USB. Has anybody else got any other questions about the USB? And then I can tell you all about the bead club as well. Do let me know. The USB on its own, sorry, let me just take a sip of my coffee. It's iced coffee now. The USB on its own is $35.99. You've got 20 projects in there, 20 videos with 20 PDFs, loads of pictures for you to take inspiration from. And if you want to get in the big bundle where you get all the materials, have I got project 8 in here, for example. So I got a few bags sort of dotted around because I was working out of them, but that's how they come in the bundle. They all labeled up, so you know exactly which bag, which kit goes with which project on the USB itself. You can match it up and get started making. So have a look or check out the USB. There's no Wi-Fi needed. You can use it anywhere. You can plug it in your phone. You can plug it in your tablet. You can plug it in your TV. You can plug it in your PC. You can plug it in your laptop. We haven't found a device, but it didn't work before. How's your video for the Bead Club been, or the Bead Club yet? So this is the USB. So let's move on to the Bead Club. So the Bead Club, what we launched, we had our first session last week. So what we wanted to do, we've been doing the Facebook Live since March, and me and Sarah both really love the Facebook Lives because we are connecting with you, and I think mentally as well it's helped us through the difficult times of this year and helping us through. But what we really wanted to do is we wanted to have more of a responsive, more of an environment when we can talk to you and you can talk to us. We can interact with each other as well, and that's why we come up with the Bead Club. So the Bead Club is held over Zoom every single Thursday night and Friday morning. So depending on what slot you choose, and let me just pop on to the Bead Club website for you and I'll show you. That's the right. So I'm just gonna go into screen sharing, come up back to the main screen, go into screen sharing as well. So so it's me and Sarah's doing it at the moment. I will be looking to get some more guest tutors later on as we go, but at the moment it's me and Sarah doing it. It's once a week for your choosing time. So it's at the moment we got Thursday evening, which I don't even know if we got any spaces left on that one, and we got Friday morning classes as well. So Thursday evening is 7 till 9 and Friday is 9 till 11 every single week. If you join the club, which is $23.99 at the moment, it will go up in January, but at the moment, let me just click on this. If you join the club, that's $23.99 per month, but that secures your place every single week in our workshops. So it works out £6 per workshop at the moment if you join, and that's a 2-hour workshop. So when you look around the internet and you see the all sorts of different classes and tuitions, they can be quite expensive. You probably get one class for the same price what we're offering for here. So $23.99 a month, and that secures your place in every single class. So last week we did the Hubble stitch, and I loved it because as many of you were in there, you did all sorts of different colors. And this week we're doing the fleur pendant. Next week Sarah is doing the poinsettia, and the week after we're doing the Chanel stitch. Now, what's the whole sort of thing behind it? You can book it separately, but you have the best saving if you do sign up monthly. And there is a private Facebook group for each club. So Thursday night is separate from Friday morning because what we do in that we take a recording of the class what we make, and that recording goes into your private Facebook group for Thursday night or your private Facebook group for Friday morning. So if you missed the class because perhaps you had an appointment or something happened, you can go in there and rewatch the classes over and over again. Or if you just struggled with the stitch, you can go in there and watch the recording, and we give you free PDFs if there is one. If you feel that you would be benefit having a PDF of written out instructions for the class, then that will be posted in the groups as well. Right, going forward, can we order 1 month projects for 1 month before classes, please? I'm in Florida, will take time to receive. Surely, exactly that's what we're planning to do. So at the moment, because it's all new and we all just starting for the said we're trying to sort of this month and probably, oh, we're back on Untitled Beads. Pressed the wrong button. So this month, and I guess, and let me come out. So this is bleedclub.co.uk, and look at the lovely banner what Liam made up for us from all bracelets and necklaces. I just really do love it. She's just giggling in the corner, bless her. Right, let me just come back to me. So that's what we really want to do. This month, I guess November and December is a little bit of a learning curve for everybody, for us and for you as well. But what we want to do, we want to give you a month advance notice on your materials list, and the material list email is going to be going out on Mondays. And then on Thursdays, that's when you're going to get, it's a separate email, your link for the Zoom class. And that link also will be, once I open up the room, I will pop into the group and post the link there. So if you can't find an email, just pop into your own group, click on the link, and it will bring you into the Zoom meeting. And this question, what beads do we need to order for the Chanel bracelet, please? Right, so I am actually waiting on this one because I have ordered and they are here and they're coming with a shipment, but at the moment we are, I'm probably not supposed to show you this, and Simon's going to tell me off. I'm going to show you to you anyway. So at the moment, our last shipment was supposed to come in like 2 weeks ago, and there is delays and delays and delays. There is loads of delays with sea shipments up at the moment. I think it's the fair sort of volume of ships are coming in and bringing all sorts of stuff, and as well, obviously the ports, however the way you're working, or people like, you know, with the current situation, I think everything is taking much longer. So what I have ordered is, you know, the smallest pearl we used to have was 3mm. So now, actually, I just turn the camera and I'll show you on this one. These ones are 2.5mm in size. Ta-da! And I just think they look so lovely. So this is what I really want to incorporate into our Chanel stitch to make it even more nice. So at the moment it's size 11 seed beads and size 8 seed beads, but I would like to go to size 6 and use the pearls. So you're working with bigger beads, easier to make, and we're going to have these lovely pearls in the middle as decorations. I just really, I love it. I love working with pearls and crystals and incorporating them into stitches. So I'm sorting the ad this week, and we will send ad information to you very soon. Janet is saying in the Thursday bead group, email, Robin is saying the email, is there a Kitty, can you have Molly message me the supply this somehow? I did not see it in my email and I wasn't able to get to the bead store in past week. I'm hoping to do it today or Thursday. Molly, can you please email Robin? Yeah, she's on it. She is on it, she says. Oh, it was so funny because she was doing the pictures last week of all the jewellery and all the different things, and she kept saying, oh, look at this bad boy. And I was thinking, like, you know, maybe a bad girl, but I wouldn't call it a bad boy. I mean, she has a very good giggle about it. And this video will be recorded, missed the beginning, absolutely staying on Facebook and on YouTube as well, so you can go back and watch it. How many groups are there for Bead Club? I'm in the Friday group, but I go to Thursday classes. Does it matter? I'll check that out for you. You should be in the Thursday night group, Lourdes. There is 2 groups. So there's Thursday night and Friday morning. I will have a look at that for you. Let me just write this down so I can make sure you are in the right group. Yeah, and I'll just check out. I'll show you in the Thursday night one. I'll check it out for you right after the live. You have sold out a poinsettia but not bought yet. That's not impossible because I ordered in 100 kits, Diane. So I'll check that with Simon. Molly, can you have a look at the poinsettia as well? Yeah, Molly's on it, she says. Because that's not possible to sell out of it. We had 100 kits. Molly, I didn't receive the list either. Right, so any of you who didn't receive the list, the materials list for the Bead Club, please email, just give us a quick email at info@Bead Club, because that comes straight to Molly and then she can respond to it and send it back to you. Melissa's saying she hasn't seen an email either, so if you just a Facebook group, I think it shows Friday alert is saying I saw that for you, have a look at that for you right after the live. Right, so any of you have any questions about the Bead Club, or if you haven't received an email, please send an email in and to info@Bead Club, and we can deal with it very, very quickly. So is there any, I hope I hasn't, I'm just asking, where do you find the video of last Thursday's Zoom meeting? So it will be in the Thursday night Facebook group. And if you're not a part of it, then do have a search, and you need to put your order number in there and we will accept it in descent and let you into the group. Right, so if you haven't got any other questions, I'll go, but yeah, I think that's it. I'm just look back very quickly. I'm just saying I did buy it from CNC but made a mistake on the order and tried to cancel 3 messages, and 3 emails later I managed to speak someone at Create and Craft and cancel it. Then I ordered it from Untitled Beads. Much better service. Oh, bless you. Danny's saying got email last week but not this week, Molly. Right, we sort all the ad. We go into system and have a look, and maybe perhaps resend all of the emails. As this is a learning curve for us as well. We're trying to work out different systems that I can't possibly do everything myself. So Molly is doing some bits, and then Simon is doing some bits, and Leanne's doing other bits, just sort of trying to take care of everybody between us. So can we purchase the USB and Total with website? Yes, you can, Robin. It's there now. Molly, can you just pop the link in there, sweetheart? I asked the question about third pendant. Can you do it with other beads? I won't have received my kits by Thursday. Learners, I haven't tried it with any other beads itself. I guess if you have got a 2-hole drop shape bead, it's all about proportions. I guess you can have a try, but it's even if just add by a millimeter, it's gonna sit differently. But we will have a go. We'll have a little play. Don't forget, you can always watch back the Zoom class afterwards when you get your kit.
So I know a lot of people are saying they haven't received an email this week because none has been sent this week about the third pendant. No, it was because it was sent in the bottom of last week.
Right, okay.
So it was at the bottom of that one. So it does say it, but I can send it to another email.
Okay, so yeah, so Molly's saying that because we sent the email last week, she sent both of the informations in there. So we sorted that. Jenny's saying, I wish I had waited and ordered from Untitled Beads, Create and Craft. Oh well, I don't know. They're always changing and always doing things differently. We can always try to make our we can always just sort of do what we can do and they do what they can do, if that makes sense. Right, my lovelies, it's almost an hour and a half I've been here, so I need to go and get on with some other bits and pieces today. We got a busy day. I got both of the girls here. I got Molly and Leanne, so we're doing we up to all sorts of different things, and I will see you. When do I see you next? I think I see you next on is Sarah paint tomorrow with you at 10 a.m. Then if you're in a bead club, I see you in a bead club in Thursday night and Friday morning. If not, then the next Facebook I'm doing is next week on Monday. We also starting the creative station next week on Monday on mine. I'm doing my weekly chat this Sunday, because last Sunday I got so excited that we moved sort of furniture and bits of pieces around because you're having the lounge done, that I completely forgot what day it was. I only remembered after 8 o'clock. But yes, so I'll either see you on Thursday if you're in a bead club. If not, I will see you Sunday night on mine or Monday on Total Beads. Do everybody have a lovely week. I hope you enjoyed this one. If you got any more questions, just give us an email or give us a text. We always text or a message through Facebook. We're always here to answer it for you. Do you have a lovely week, everybody? Take care, stay safe, and keep on beading. Bye.